The man of your dreams will find you if you understand these, Carl Jung. They say love finds you when you least expect it. That's a comforting thought, romantic even. But what if that's not entirely true? What if the real reason the man of your dreams hasn't appeared yet? Isn't fate playing hide and seek, but something deeper? Is something inside you still locked? See, most people think love is a game of chance. Bumping into someone in the produce aisle, catching a stranger's eye across the coffee shop, or swiping right on the perfect profile. But luck isn't the whole picture. The truth, the one that doesn't make it into rom-com scripts, is this. Love isn't luck. It's alignment. And alignment starts here, knowing yourself first. Carl Jung once said, "Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life, and you will call it fate." That's exactly what happens when we skip this step. We keep attracting partners who don't fit us, situations that drain us, and patterns that leave us wondering, why does this keep happening to me? The answer is simple, but not easy. You can't attract the right person if you're not yet the right person for yourself. Most people enter relationships with a vague sense of what they want. They know they want someone kind or someone who makes them laugh, but they've never sat down and actually defined the specifics of what love means to them or what they can give in return. Without that clarity, your dating life becomes a mirror of your confusion, going beyond the surface. This isn't about listing your hobbies, job title, or favorite foods. That's the surface level. Knowing yourself at a deep level means understanding your core values. The principles you won't compromise on are your emotional needs, what you require to feel loved, respected, and safe. Your true desires, what you really want out of life and partnership, not what you've been told you should want. When you have this clarity, something shifts. You stop confusing chemistry with compatibility. You stop chasing people who look right but feel wrong. You stop being impressed by effort that's inconsistent or by charm that covers a lack of depth. Self-awareness is magnetic, not in the flashy, attention-grabbing way, but in the steady, grounded way that draws in people who recognize your value. It's the quiet confidence that says, "I know what I bring to the table, and I'm not afraid to eat alone." This is self-love in action. And self-love isn't about arrogance or ego. It's about a healthy sense of worth that says, "I am complete as I am." Carl Jung also noted, "The most terrifying thing is to accept oneself completely." Why is it terrifying? Because when you truly accept yourself, flaws, wounds, quirks, and all, you no longer need someone else to fill the gaps. And when you stop seeking completion outside yourself, you give potential partners the gift of meeting someone whole. Neediness is not just unattractive. It's repellent of the kind of love you truly want. When your self-worth depends on someone else's validation, you unconsciously give away your power. You compromise your boundaries. You overlook red flags. You try to earn love instead of allowing yourself to receive it. By contrast, when you're rooted in self-knowledge and self-respect, you can walk away from anything that doesn't align. That's not coldness, that's clarity. You're no longer in relationships because you need to be, but because you choose to be. Knowing yourself isn't an abstract idea, it's a practice. Here are some ways to begin. 1. Identify your non-negotiables. Write down the values and behaviors you will never compromise on in a relationship. For example, honesty, respect, and emotional availability. 2. Define your emotional language. How do you best give and receive love? Is it through words of affirmation, quality time, acts of service, physical touch, or gifts? Knowing this helps you communicate your needs clearly. 3. Reflect on your past relationships. Ask yourself, what patterns keep showing up? What qualities attracted me initially? And how did they serve or harm me in the long run? This isn't about blame. It's about learning. 4. Separate your desires from conditioning. Are your relationship goals truly yours, or are they inherited from family, culture, or media? Question every should in your mind. 5. Create a self-connection ritual. This could be journaling each morning, meditating, or taking a solo walk daily. The goal is to check in with yourself regularly, the way you would with someone you care about. If you skip this step, here's what tends to happen. You meet someone, you feel a spark, you build your life around them, and then months later, you realize they don't actually fit you. You were attracted to the idea of them, or the way they made you feel temporarily, not the reality of who they are. On the other hand, when you truly know yourself, dating changes completely. You spot incompatibilities early, instead of after your heart's on the line. You can articulate your needs without fear. You no longer chase temporary attention because you're rooted in long-term alignment. Think of your inner world as a mirror. The energy you carry, the beliefs you hold, and the standards you set, all of it reflects outward. The people you attract are often mirrors of where you are internally. If you're unclear, you attract unclear. If you're grounded, you attract ground. If you're self-aware, you attract someone who's also done the work. This is why knowing yourself isn't just the first key, it's the foundation, the other. 4 keys are built on. Sometimes the work of self-discovery can feel uncomfortable. You'll uncover fears you didn't know you had, wounds you thought you'd healed, and beliefs you didn't realize were holding you back. But in doing so, you also uncover strength, desires, and dreams that make your life richer before anyone else steps into it. And here's the paradox. The more you enjoy your own company, the more you become someone others want to be around. When you're no longer searching from a place of lack, the right man notices because your presence feels different. It feels safe. It feels real. Before the man of your dreams can find you, you have to find you. Not the version that's been shaped to please others. Not the version you think will be most dateable. The real you. The one who knows her worth without question. When you stand in that truth, you don't just open the door for love. You create an invitation for a partner who meets you at your level and someone who doesn't complete you, but complements you. This is the first step in the journey. Without it, the rest won't hold. But with it, you set the stage for something rare, beautiful, and lasting. So, you've done the work to know yourself, your values, your needs, and your desires. You've looked in the mirror without flinching. That's the foundation. But here's the next step. Be authentic. This sounds simple, obvious. Just be yourself, they say. But if it were that easy, we'd all be doing it. The truth. Authenticity is one of the hardest things for most people to live out, especially when love is on the line. Why is authenticity so hard? From the time we're young, we're taught, subtly or directly, how to be liked, accepted, and approved of. Maybe you learned to stay quiet so you wouldn't rock the boat, or to smile and agree even when you didn't, or to hide your feelings because they made others uncomfortable. Somewhere along the way, we became performers in our own lives. Carl Jung captured this perfectly. The privilege of a lifetime is to become who you truly are. Think about that. Privilege, not guarantee, not certainty. Becoming your true self takes courage because it requires shedding the masks you've worn for years. When dating, many people don't actually show up as themselves. They show up as the version they think will be most attractive. If they believe men want low-maintenance women, they hide their needs. If they think men like a certain type, they mold themselves to fit it. If they fear rejection, they avoid showing vulnerability. This is survival mode, and it's exhausting. You might win short-term attention with a curated image, but you can't build long-term love on a performance. Sooner or later, the real you will come forward, and if that real you hasn't been there from the start, the connection crumbles. Being authentic doesn't mean oversharing every thought or emotion on the first date. It doesn't mean bearing every scar right away. It means living in alignment. Your words, actions, and presence match what's true for you, not what you think will earn approval. This is where vulnerability comes in. Vulnerability isn't weakness, it's strength under full exposure. It's saying, this is who I am, the light, the shadow, the in-between, and I trust that the right person will stay. Let's be real. Vulnerability is terrifying because it exposes us to the risk of rejection. Jung understood this when he said, "People will do anything, no matter how absurd, to avoid facing their own souls." We'd rather wear a mask than risk someone seeing our true selves and walking away. But here's the paradox. The mask might keep you safe from rejection, but it also keeps you from being truly seen and truly loved. Pretending to be someone you're not may get you into a relationship, but it will be one you constantly have to maintain through performance. That's not love, that's acting. You say yes when you want to say no. You agree with opinions that don't match your own. You downplay your dreams to avoid intimidating someone. Over time, this leads to resentment. You feel unseen, but you never gave the other person the chance to see you in the first place. What authenticity looks like in practice. 1. Speak your truth without apology. If something matters to you, say it. If something bothers you, voice it respectfully. You don't need to bulldoze people with honesty, but you do need to let your truth be known. 2. Share what's real, not just what's polished. It's okay to admit you're nervous on a first date. It's okay to say you're having a tough week. These moments of honesty create connection. 3. Stay rooted in your values. Don't compromise your core beliefs to fit someone's expectations. Authenticity isn't about pleasing. It's about living in integrity. 4. Allow your personality to shine. If you're quirky, let it show. If you're passionate, speak with fire. The right man will be drawn to the energy you actually have, not the one you fake. Something remarkable happens when you drop the mask. You feel lighter. You're no longer spending energy on keeping up an image. And that ease is magnetic. People can sense when you're comfortable in your own skin. It creates trust without you saying a word. This doesn't mean everyone will like you. In fact, some people will walk away when you stop performing. But remember, those aren't your people. They're leaving as a gift. It clears the space for the ones who love you for you. It's easy to attract attention through looks, charm, or playing a role. But attraction alone is not a connection. Connection happens when two authentic selves meet. Think about it. Would you rather be loved for a version of yourself that's easy to digest but not real, or for your full unfiltered self? The first is conditional love. The second is freedom. Carl Jung often spoke about the shadow, the parts of ourselves we reject, hide, or deny. He believed that true wholeness comes from integrating the shadow, not pretending it doesn't exist. In love, this means owning all of you, the confident parts and the insecure parts, the sweet moments and the stubborn ones, the dreams you share proudly and the fears you usually keep quiet. When you own your shadow, you stop fearing that someone else will find out who you really are, because you've already found out and you've embraced it. Here's the beautiful truth. The right man will be drawn to the energy of authenticity because it's rare. In a world where so many people are performing, realness is refreshing. He'll trust you more quickly. He'll feel safer opening up himself. He'll want to build something deep because you've shown him depth from the start. Authenticity also means detaching from the outcome. When you're real, you accept that some people won't choose you, and that's okay. You'd rather be chosen for who you are than tolerated for who you pretend to be. And here's the irony. The less you try to control how others see you, the more they respect you. Because self-respect is contagious. Being authentic is risky, but so is love. And in truth, they're the same risk, the willingness to be seen. When you show up without the mask, you create space for the kind of connection that can't be manufactured. You're not just attracting a man, you're attracting the right man. The one who looks at you unfiltered and says, "Yes, you." By now, you've started building the two pillars that everything else rests on: knowing yourself, your values, your needs, and your desires. Being authentic, dropping the mask, and showing up as you are. Now, it's time to build the structure that will protect those two pillars. Boundaries are where self-love becomes visible. They're the invisible lines that define where you end and someone else begins. Without them, your emotional world becomes like an unlocked house. Anyone can walk in, take what they want, and leave a mess behind. Many women fear that boundaries will push people away. I don't want to seem high maintenance. I don't want to scare them off. I don't want to be alone. But here's the truth. The only people who will be scared off by your boundaries are the ones who intended to overstep them anyway. Healthy boundaries don't repel the right man. They attract him. They show that you respect yourself. And the right man will see that as an invitation to treat you with the same respect. Carl Jung said, "The most terrifying thing is to accept oneself completely. Boundaries are the natural result of that acceptance. When you've done the work to value yourself, you can no longer tolerate treatment that dishonors you. Boundaries are not about controlling others. They're about managing your own participation in relationships." Let's clear something up. Boundaries are not walls. Walls block everyone out. Boundaries let the right people in while keeping the wrong behaviors out. A boundary is simply a guideline that communicates what you will accept, what you won't accept, and what you need to feel safe and respected. Lack of boundaries breeds chaos. Without boundaries, you say yes when you mean no. You give more than you have until you're drained. You tolerate disrespect, hoping it will magically improve. You shrink yourself to fit someone else's comfort. Over time, this erodes your self-worth. You start feeling resentful, used, and unseen. Not because others are inherently cruel, but because you haven't clearly taught them how to treat you. Every relationship, romantic or not, runs on an unspoken contract. This is how we engage with each other. When you set a boundary, you're making that contract explicit. You're saying, "If you want to be in my world, here's how this world works." A man who values you will not only agree to this, he will appreciate it, because healthy people want to know where they stand. Examples of healthy boundaries in love. 1. Time boundaries. I can't talk during my work hours, but I'm free after 6 p.m. This communicates respect for your own time and teaches him to respect it too. 2. Emotional boundaries. I'm open to talking about this, but I need you to speak to me respectfully. This protects your emotional safety while still inviting connection. 3. Physical boundaries. I'm not comfortable with physical intimacy until we know each other better. This sets the pace of physical closeness based on your readiness. 4. Value boundaries. Loyalty is non-negotiable for me. This clearly communicates a deal breaker before it's tested. Boundaries are not ultimate. The tone matters. You can set boundaries with firmness and kindness at the same time. Try using this 3-part approach. 1. State the behavior or situation. When you cancel at the last minute. 2. State how it affects you. I feel like my time isn't valued. 3. State what you need moving forward. So, I need more notice if plans are going to change. This removes blame and focuses on what you will accept. Think of boundaries as your personal sorting system. The moment you set them, you see who's aligned with you and who's not. The wrong man will push back, guilt trip you, or try to negotiate your non-negotiables. The right man will adjust without making you feel bad for asking. This filtering process saves you time, energy, and heartbreak. Jung also said, if you can't love yourself, you can't love another. You will hate others to the degree you hate yourself. Without boundaries, love becomes self-abandonment. You can't expect someone to value you if you consistently show them you don't value yourself. Here's a reframe. The fear shouldn't be, if I set this boundary, I might lose him. The fear should be, if I don't set this boundary, I might lose myself. When you operate from the second fear, your love life changes completely. You stop clinging to people who drain you, and you start making space for those who pour into you. Boundaries are a skill, and like any skill, they get easier with practice. Start small. Politely decline an invitation you don't want to attend. Take time to respond to a text instead of feeling pressured to reply instantly. Communicate your needs early in dating instead of waiting until resentment builds. Each time you reinforce a boundary, you reinforce your own worth. There's a myth that being easygoing is more attractive than having strong boundaries. In reality, boundaries create mystery and respect. When a man sees that you have a full life, protects your energy, and aren't afraid to say no, he understands that your love is a privilege, not a given, and that respect becomes the foundation for a deeper bond. Bringing this key together, boundaries aren't about keeping love out. They're about keeping love pure. They create the space for a relationship where both people can thrive without stepping on each other's dignity. When you know yourself and you're authentic, boundaries are simply the natural extension of that. They are your love's immune system. Without them, anything can get in. With them, only the good stays. You've built a foundation by knowing yourself, showing up authentically, and protecting your peace with healthy boundaries. Now, it's time to talk about something that often gets misunderstood: what confidence really is. When most people hear confidence, they think of boldness, loudness, or perfection. They picture someone who never doubts themselves, never hesitates, and always knows exactly what to say and do. But real confidence isn't about noise or flash. It's quiet, steady, and deeply rooted in self-trust. Carl Jung said it beautifully. I am not what happened to me. I am what I choose to become. Confidence is a choice, a daily commitment to trust yourself. Even when things are uncertain, even when the inner critic whispers doubts, fake confidence is a mask. It's a performance designed to hide insecurities. It's the loud laugh, the boast, the act of having it all together even when you don't. Real confidence isn't about pretending to be fearless. It's about feeling the fear and doing it anyway. It's about knowing your worth when no one is applauding. It's about standing tall, even when the world tries to make you feel small. Here's why confidence attracts the right kind of love. When you trust yourself, you don't chase approval. You don't settle for less than you deserve. That energy, calm, grounded, and sure, acts like a beacon. It says, I know my value. If you don't see it, that's your loss. Men aren't attracted to desperate neediness. They're drawn to women who believe in themselves enough to walk away from what doesn't serve them. Confidence is often confused with arrogance. Arrogance says, I'm better than you. Confidence says, "I'm enough as I am." Arrogance puts others down to build itself up. Confidence uplifts others because it's secure. The man of your dreams isn't attracted to arrogance. He's attracted to humility, strength, and kindness wrapped in quiet assurance. 1. Self-awareness. You can't trust yourself if you don't know yourself. Confidence starts with the deep work of self-reflection. What are your strengths? What are your triggers? What patterns do you want to change? 2. Celebrate small wins. Confidence grows in the everyday moments. Maybe you spoke up for yourself today, or chose to rest instead of people-pleasing. Celebrate it. These small wins build your foundation. 3. Trust your intuition. Your inner voice is wiser than you think. When faced with choices, pause and listen over time. Acting on your intuition strengthens your trust in yourself. 4. Face your fears. Confidence doesn't come from avoiding fear, but from facing it head-on. Each time you step out despite your doubts, your confidence expands. 5. Practice self-compassion. Remember, everyone stumbles. When you mess up, treat yourself like a friend. Harsh self-criticism erodes confidence. Kindness rebuilds it. When you carry real confidence into dating, it changes everything. You don't settle for someone who doesn't meet your standards. You don't tolerate disrespect or inconsistency. You communicate openly because you believe your voice matters. You're not afraid to say no. This doesn't make it hard to get. It makes you hard to forget. Carl Jung's concept of individuation is the process of becoming the person you were meant to be, integrating all parts of yourself into wholeness. He said, "One does not become enlightened by imagining figures of light, but by making the darkness conscious." True confidence is born from facing your shadows, your fears, your doubts, and your past wounds, and choosing to move forward anyway. It's a bold act of self-love and courage. A lot of women look for confidence in likes, compliments, or dating app matches. But this is a trap. External validation is like trying to fill a bucket with holes in the bottom. It never lasts. True confidence can only come from within. When you nurture it internally, outside opinions become just background noise instead of the foundation of your worth. When confidence falters, the old patterns can sneak back in. Settling for less than you deserve, over-apologizing for your needs, trying too hard to impress, doubting your worth. Recognizing these moments as signals, not facts, can help you course-correct before you spiral. Affirmations that resonate. I am worthy of love and respect. Journaling about your strengths and progress. Mindfulness or meditation to quiet the inner critic. Surround yourself with supportive people who see your value. Engaging in activities that make you feel alive and competent. Remember, confidence isn't a switch you flip once. It's a lifelong process. Some days will feel stronger than others, and that's okay. What matters is the commitment to keep returning to your worth, to keep choosing yourself even when it's hard. Confidence is not about never doubting. It's about trusting yourself through doubt. It's the quiet power that signals to the universe and the man of your dreams that you are ready. When your confidence is rooted in self-love and authenticity, you no longer chase love. Instead, love comes running to meet you. So far, we've journeyed through knowing yourself, being authentic, setting boundaries, and cultivating confidence. These 4 keys build a strong foundation, but there's one more key that often trips people up. This key might be the hardest because it asks you to loosen the grip on your expectations, to challenge the rigid type or checklist you've built in your mind, and to trust that love sometimes shows up in the most unexpected forms. We live in a world obsessed with control and certainty. We want to know exactly what's coming, how it will look, and when it will arrive. Especially in love, it's tempting to draw a detailed map. He must be tall, have a great job, share my hobbies, and live nearby. But what if the universe doesn't follow our maps? What if it delivers love in a form we didn't expect? Through a person who doesn't tick all our boxes, but somehow feels right. Carl Jung reminds us we cannot change anything until we accept it. Condemnation does not liberate, it oppresses. Being open means accepting that love may come wrapped in a package you never imagined, and that this is not a settling, but an expansion. When you hold tightly to a strict list, you're filtering out vast possibilities. You might dismiss someone because they don't share your favorite hobby. You might overlook emotional availability because he doesn't fit your ideal career profile. You might say no too quickly because of superficial reasons. The checklist can become a barrier, a wall that keeps the right person out, just as surely as bad habits keep the wrong ones in. Being open is not about lowering your standards or settling for less. It's about releasing attachment to outcomes, trusting your intuition over your ego, allowing your heart to guide you, not just your mind, being curious rather than judgmental, recognizing value beyond appearances and societal labels. It's a delicate balance, honoring your needs and allowing room for surprise. Jung believed that growth and transformation happen when we lean into the unknown, when we're willing to embrace paradox and complexity, he said. The shoe that fits one person pinches another. There is no recipe for living that suits all cases. What this means for love is that the perfect partner looks different for everyone. What matters is the alignment of souls, not superficial checkboxes. 1. Challenge your assumptions. Reflect on the reasons behind your deal breakers. Are they truly non-negotiable or habits of thought? Are they based on fear, past hurt, or societal conditioning? 2. Practice curiosity. Instead of judging someone for being different from your ideal, ask yourself, what can I learn from this person? How does he make me feel? 3. Listen to your body and heart. Sometimes your head says no, but your heart and body say yes. Pay attention to that internal dialogue. It's often wiser than you realize. 4. Be willing to take small risks. Say yes to a date with someone who doesn't fit the ideal, or engage in conversations you might normally avoid. 5. Reflect on past experiences. Have you fallen for someone unexpected before? What qualities did they bring that surprised you? How did that relationship expand your heart? Some of the most enduring and soulful relationships begin in surprising ways. The shy guy you never noticed suddenly becomes your best friend and soulmate. The man who doesn't have the right job shows up with emotional depth and kindness you didn't know you needed. The person from a different background or culture challenges and enriches your perspective. Love that defies expectation often carries the deepest lessons and growth. When openness meets the other keys, openness without self-awareness and boundaries can lead to confusion or settling. But when it combines with knowing yourself, key 1, authenticity, key 2, healthy boundaries, and key 3, confidence, it creates a powerful, energetic field. You're clear on who you are and what you won't accept, but you're also flexible enough to recognize when love looks different from what you imagined and willing to explore it. Love requires a dance between control and surrender. You control your boundaries, your standards, and your authenticity, but you surrender to the flow of life, to the mystery of connection, to the surprises love brings. Jung said, "The most difficult thing is to be yourself in a world that is constantly trying to make you someone else." Being open means trusting that when you show up as your true self, love will meet you there, sometimes in unexpected, beautifully imperfect ways. Closing yourself off to possibilities can lead to repeated patterns of disappointment, a sense of loneliness despite dating, fear of missing out or regret, and rigid expectations that block connection. Being open isn't easy. It asks you to be vulnerable and courageous, but it opens the door to real love. Are you ready to expand? Take a moment and ask yourself, what expectations or rules might I be holding on to that limit love? How can I invite curiosity and openness into my dating life? Am I willing to explore what feels right, even if it looks different from my original plan? Being open to possibilities is the final key that unlocks your heart's capacity to receive love. It softens the rigid edges of expectation, allowing love to flow freely. When openness meets self-awareness, authenticity, boundaries, and confidence, your energy shifts. You move from trying to find love to allowing love to find you in forms and faces you might never have imagined. Congratulations on making it this far. You've journeyed through the 5 keys that can literally change your love story. 1. Knowing yourself deeply. 2. Being authentic. 3. Setting healthy boundaries. 4. Cultivating true confidence. 5. Being open to possibilities. Now, this final part is all about weaving these keys together into a daily practice and mindset that sustains your energy and magnetism. So, the man of your dreams doesn't just find you once, but keeps finding you throughout your life. Knowledge alone isn't enough. It's one thing to understand these keys intellectually. It's another to live them consistently. Carl Jung emphasized integration as a core part of individuation. Becoming whole. The shoe that fits one person pinches another. There is no recipe for living that suits all cases. But also, until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life, and you will call it fate. Integration means bringing what you've learned into your everyday reality, shining light on your unconscious patterns so they stop steering your love life from behind the scenes. Daily practices for integration. 1 morning check-in. Before the day begins, spend 5 minutes grounding yourself. Reflect on your values. Key 1. Remind yourself who you are and what you deserve. Set a small intention to be authentic. Key 2 in your interactions. 2. Affirm your boundaries throughout your day. Notice moments when your boundaries are tested. Practice saying no gently but firmly when needed. Key 3. Remind yourself that protecting your peace is an act of self-love, not selfishness. 3. Confidence boosts. Celebrate the little wins, whether that's speaking up or choosing yourself. Use positive affirmations rooted in your worthiness. Key 4. Quietly hold your head high even when the world feels challenging. 4. Expand your openness. Stay curious when you meet new people. Ask questions. Listen deeply. And suspend judgment. Key 5. Journal about surprising moments or new perspectives you encounter in love and life. 5. Evening reflection. Before bed, reflect on how you showed up. What felt true? Where did you shrink? What can you learn tomorrow? This ongoing reflection deepens self-awareness and fine-tunes your energy. Love and personal growth are not linear. You'll have days where you slip back into old patterns or feel uncertain. That's perfectly normal. When that happens, remember Jung's wisdom. The most terrifying thing is to accept oneself completely. Self-acceptance, even in moments of struggle, is the root of lasting confidence and attraction. Be gentle with yourself. Growth is a spiral, not a straight line. Remember, attraction isn't just about outward behavior or appearance. It's the invisible energy you carry, a combination of your self-love, authenticity, boundaries, confidence, and openness. When these keys align inside you, your energy shifts in the right way, and man is naturally drawn in because you're signaling a deep, unshakable sense of worth and readiness, trusting timing and the process. Love rarely unfolds on our schedule. It's a dance between your inner work and life's timing. You might meet the right person when you least expect it, or after years of preparation you didn't realize you needed. Patience is not passive. It's an act of trust in the process. Jung said, "I am not what happened to me. I am what I choose to become." Choose to become the version of yourself who is ready to receive love and trust that the universe will respond. This entire journey isn't just about finding the man of your dreams. It's about finding the dream version of yourself. It's about becoming whole, healed, and aligned so that when love arrives, it complements rather than completes you. The love you seek is also an invitation to deepen your relationship with yourself. You've learned powerful truths many don't talk about. You've been shown that love isn't luck, but alignment, a dance between your inner world and outer reality. Now it's your turn to step into your power, to be the woman who doesn't wait for love, but creates the space for it. She stands tall in her worth, who embraces the mystery of possibility, and who loves herself fiercely through every twist and turn. Visionaries for more empowering content. Join communities that support your growth. Surround yourself with people who honor your journey. Take one small action today to align with the love you deserve. As you continue this path, remember Jung's timeless insight. Your vision will become clear only when you look into your own heart. Who looks outside dreams, who looks inside awakens. Awaken to the love inside you first. Then, watch as it transforms everything around you. The man of your dreams isn't just out there. He's already aligned with the woman you are becoming. Keep walking your path with courage, authenticity, and open-hearted confidence. Love is waiting.